We all deserve a break from politics and from the 2020 presidential election. And we all need a rest from presidents and politics. Now that the election results have been more or less decided, like it or not, maybe it's time to look on the lighter side of life and do what we did a few weeks ago by bringing laughter into our lives. And that should include both our minds and our bodies. During the election process, our brains have been stimulated to the point where some of us are worn out, both below our necks and above our necks. Recently, we were reminded of some of the best one-liners, jokes, and funny comments from the radio and television stars who brought humor into our lives, such as Bob Hope, Groucho Marx, Will Rogers, and many others. Laughter helped us through physical and economic distress and seeing our families involved in various military conflicts. We enjoy a good laugh for many reasons, for our physical and mental well-being. The health benefits of laughter include the reduction of stress hormones and blood pressure, as well as increased blood flow and oxygen to the cells and organs. Laughing provides a natural workout for a number of muscle groups. Laughter can defend against illness and even increase the response of beneficial tumor and disease-killing cells throughout the body. Beyond those technical aspects, it's just fun to catch the joke and humor and allow our mind and body to react in any way, from a smile, a snicker, a guffaw, a chuckle, a soft laugh, or to a large belly laugh. Either way, the brain has recognized that something different has happened. The brain cells have been activated, and the body reacts. To understand the words and meaning, the memory is definitely involved. Most of the time, we don't even have to think about that process, but just enjoy and laugh and feel better. In previous Stu Talks, we included jokes and comments by comedians as they presented programs on radio and television, often in the form of stories or one-liners. Within our lifetimes and memories, do you recall the wooden signs we used to read on the sides of highways giving us safety tips and a laugh while learning about a shaving product? They no longer exist on the roads, but fortunately they still exist on the internet. A few of these Burma Shave signs were included in Stu Talks several weeks ago, but maybe here are some more. You might enjoy hearing them since you haven't seen them in maybe 50 years or more. For those who never saw the Burma Shave signs, here's a quick lesson in our history of the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. Burma Shave was an American brand of brushless shaving cream, famous for its advertising gimmick of posting humorous, rhyming, short poems on small, sequential highway roadside signs. Before the interstate, when we drove the old two-lane roads, Burma Shave signs would be posted all over the countryside in farmers' fields and could be read as we drove by. They were small red signs with white letters, 5 signs about 100 feet apart, each containing a 4-line couplet, and the obligatory 5th sign advertising Burma Shave, a popular shaving cream. In 1925, Clinton Odell, a Minneapolis lawyer, took the liniment his father created and transformed it into a brushless shaving cream. He named his company Burma Vita, Burma because most of the essential oils in the liniment were from the Burmese portion of the Malay Peninsula, and Vita from the Latin for life, or life from Burma. Men may remember that some of the Burma Shave primary brushless shaving cream competitors were Barbasol and Noxzema. They always included a life-saving message that even today will make us laugh, but also advice everyone should keep. And here's a few of the Burma Shave signs from your past as you drove by on the highway. Don't lose let me start over. Don't lose your head to gain a minute. You need your head. Your brains are in it. Burma Shave. Don't stick your head out of the window too far. It may go home in another car. Burma Shave. Drive too long, driver snoozing. What happened next is not amusing. Burma Shave. Car in ditch, driver in tree. The moon was full, and so was he. Burma Shave. Brother speeders, let's rehearse all together. Good morning, nurse. Burma Shave. The midnight ride of Paul for a beer led to a warmer hemisphere. Burma Shave. Around the curve, lickety-split. It's a beautiful car, wasn't it? Burma Shave. At intersections, look each way. A harp sounds nice, but it's hard to play. Cautious rider to a reckless deer. Let's have less bull and more steer. Burma Shave. We usually don't combine the topic of laughter with the previous examples of presidents. But one of our presidents, Ronald Reagan, was the 40th president of the United States. He was known for his charismatic personality. After all, he was a Hollywood actor before going into politics, and for having a sense of humor. Here are some of his funniest and clever quotes. Remember that there was an attempt made on his life in 1981, and many of these quotes from Ronald Reagan will be referring to his attempt at his life. All right, here we go from Ronald Reagan. I hope you're all Republicans, speaking to surgeons as he entered the operating room following a 1981 assassination attempt. Another one. Honey, I forgot to duck, to his wife Nancy after surviving the assassination attempt. Another one. I have left orders to be awakened at any time in the case of a national emergency, even if I'm in a cabinet meeting. Thomas Jefferson once said, we should never judge a president by his age, only by his works. And ever since he told me that, I stopped worrying. It's true, work never killed anybody, but I figure why take the chance? Politics is not a bad profession. If you succeed, there are many rewards. If you disgrace yourself, you can always write a book. I want you to know that I will not make age of an issue in this campaign. I am not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and experience, said during a 1984 presidential debate with Walter Mondale. I've noticed that anyone who is for abortion has already been born. Couple more. I have wondered at times what the 10 Commandments would have looked like if Moses had run them through the U.S. Congress. This is a good one, I believe, that from Ronald Reagan. A hippie is someone that looks like Tarzan, walks like Jane, and smells like Cheetah. And then to a nurse who told him to keep up the good work of his recovery, quote, you mean this may happen several more times. In another note, recalling a Theodore Roosevelt observation, who said this at the time he had an assassination attempt. So Ronald Reagan quoted Theodore Roosevelt after he himself was shot. There's no more exhilarating feeling than being shot at without result. You can tell a lot about a fellow's character by whether he picks up all of the one-color jelly beans or just grabs a handful, explaining why he liked to have, this is Ronald Reagan now, likes to have a jar of jelly beans on hand for important meetings. So there we are, a mixture of laughter and politics from a former president. I don't think you will find that kind of humor in our last election. That's all for Stu Talks today.